What's good, my hotties? What's up, my thotties? What's good, my baddies? And what's up, my fatties? It's your boy Moose, aka the Evolved Bromo Sapien. I'd like to welcome you all to the After-Thot show. As usual, this episode is brought to you by State 48 Plates, Arizona's premier source of body armor and body armor accessories. Based out of Arizona, of course, the great State 48. This veteran-owned and operated business provides the best level 3 body armor at the best prices. And you can get an even better price when you use the code After-Thot10 at checkout. I think I messed up last time when I said discount code Moose, but I put the actual code on the last time. So use code After-Thot10 for that discount hitter, baby. You know, times are getting crazy out there, so get bodied up on that body armor. I got me a good deal. My buddy Eddie hit me up with that. Man, I love it. I love the plate carrier. I got that dark camo and I freaking love it. It's great quality. It's awesome body armor. And I carry that thing everywhere. So hit up state48plates.com with promo code After-Thot10 and get that body armor, baby. Again, for the month of October, we teamed up with Spit Drip out in Scottsdale. And we're going to give you an awesome deal for our followers and our listeners to give you a great deal. So if you book with her with these tooth gems, you buy 2 more tooth gems, you are going to get 1 discounted for the full price. And look at all these awesome little gems, man. They're so cool. I'm going to get one. I know Lexi's probably going to get one. I'm going to make her get one. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. It's going to be for my birthday party. We're all going to get dripped out in these. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how it looks, because the way these things look and the way she does it, it looks freaking exquisite. I can't wait to get these on them. So get those fangs. Flex, baby. So hit up Spit Drip on Instagram, Facebook, DM her, book with her, and remember to use code MOOSE. This code is MOOSE to get that discount and promo code, baby. And get those fangs. Flex. Get them all blinged out. Also, all right, so y'all know I just started vaping this year, and y'all know I'm very picky. So there's only a very select few places where I'm going to get my vaping accessories and my vaping juices and my vaping mods, and that's going to be at Galaxy South Smoke Shop. There's going to be Head East Smoke Shop and Head West Smoke Shop, and we actually teamed up with these shops to give you guys a killer deal. All our listeners and followers, we posted a flyer on our IG and our Facebook, and I think on our Twitter. If you show them that flyer and that ad, that'll give you an instant discount of 10%. Limited restrictions apply. Show that to the desk, and they'll give you an instant discount of 10% on your whole purchase. And just tell them that you were listening to the show, and they'll give you that discount hitter, baby. And just give them support. Support local, shop local, and that's what it's all about. You know, you give them a follow, and you give us a follow. And it's all about making those connections, baby. And also, they have the best selection of CBD accessories and items, tobacco, cigars. I saw their cigar selection, and it is primo, guys. It is absolutely primo. The vaping mods, I absolutely love my smoke mod. Check this out. Clouds, baby. Boy, strange clouds. And I love it. The juices are absolutely exquisite, fabulous. They taste amazing, and they have all kinds of juices there. And there's no other place that I'd get anything else. You know, I've looked around all over Tucson, and these are the only shops that I'll ever go to from here on out. So I'm glad we teamed up with them. They're amazing customer service. So head over to Galaxy South Smoke Shop, Head East, and Head West Smoke Shops. Their customer service is amazing, and get everything you need there. I swear to God, you guys will not be disappointed. And also, like I said, show them that ad that we have on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and get that extra 10% discount, guys. So, this week's episode is featuring the one and only Goldi, straight out of the Lone Star State. She is a female rapper, and I swear to God, you guys will not be disappointed. She absolutely has bars. She is something out of this world. You know, she sent me a couple of tracks. You guys are going to listen to them. I'll put a preview at the end of one of her tracks. You guys are going to listen to it, at least a little snippet of it, and you guys are going to love it just as much as I did. Follow her on Instagram too. This interview is going to give you a little insight of what she's about, how she came up, some of the obstacles she has to face. So she's an awesome person, awesome individual. She has a great team behind her, and I can't wait to see what she does. I'm gonna be watching her, keeping a close eye on her, because I can't wait to see when she blows up. And I'm gonna be following her. You guys better be following her. You guys better be following us, especially. So remember to like, subscribe, and share the page. Big things coming up. October 22nd, your boy's birthday party. All right. DM me for the info. There's going to be limited guest spots on the VIP table, on the VIP list. There's going to be a costume contest, VIP bottle service, reserve section. So let me know if you want to attend. There's going to be the costume contest too, where we're going to be giving away merch. Once it comes in, I'm going to be having it ready. So whoever wins, we're going to give a grip of merch and some other stuff too, right? She's not in yet, so yeah. A lot of merch and some other stuff. So we'll see. I'm gonna be posting it as the day gets closer. So you guys be ready. I'm gonna be posting every day, usually every day sometimes, as it gets closer to the event. Make sure you hit up Facebook if I invited you on there. If not, make sure you DM me on Instagram. Let me know you want to go so I can get you on the list. And it's gonna be litty. So let me know, guys. Enjoy the episode. I'm Moose. Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, my girl, Goldi. Cheers, girl.
Cheers.
Oh, that shot was for you.
Thank you.
Ouch. Oh, so how are you?
I'm good, actually. Super busy, but I'm good. Yeah.
Super busy. Been working, huh?
Yeah, man.
I see you're posting a bunch of work out there on IG.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the background, a lot of projects in the works, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta focus a little bit over here and then focus a little bit over there and like try to make it even, you know, because there's a lot of stuff I want to put out there. I just want to make sure that it's at the best quality, you know what I mean? The best version of whatever I'm throwing out there is going to be circulating.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it takes a lot of hard work, and you got to take the time to kind of perfect these little factors on the thing, because if it doesn't come out the way you want it, and then in the end you're like, oh damn, I should have changed this, I should have changed that to make it perfect.
Yeah,
you know?
I do that a lot. Sometimes I'm listening to it and I'm like, man, we should have just thrown that in there. And I'm like, nah, but so I sometimes do that. I'm listening to it and I'm like, man, I should have just added that in there. Or I'm like, or I could go back and do it again, but then I'm like, nah, we already did all this stuff to it, you know, we already did all the mastering and mixing and all that. It's like, it's a lot to go all the way back and do it all over again.
True. But you know what? It's a learning process. This whole art is this whole life is a learning process, you know? Do what you do. You make these little mistakes and you learn from them and you go forward. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. And you can only learn from them and you can make it better.
Right.
Damn, that's deep. That's deep for me, damn it. So where are you from originally?
I'm from Harlingen, Texas. A lot of people call it like the Valley, you know what I mean? The 956. So I'm from like the tippy tip of Texas. The way tip of Texas, that's where we're at right now.
Wow. So that's at the border of where?
It's like right next to, like it's Brownsville and then the border of Mexico. Right before Brownsville is my city.
Wow. So you're right by the border, huh? So
yeah,
it's very,
right by the border.
Nice. So it's very Hispanic there, right?
Very much, yes.
Nice. So you got a lot of paisa down there.
A lot, yeah. A lot of the raza really follows with a lot of the artists down here. You know, like they get a lot of really good response from the raza and stuff like that. Especially like if you can rap in Spanish, man, stuff down here is like
fire.
That's that fire. You got Spanish and English. That's like when they hire bilingual at work. They're like, you get paid extra for that. Yeah.
You got that bilingual fire, baby. Hell yeah. And that's awesome. I actually come from a border town. I'm from Nogales, Arizona, which is right at the border. So you can actually see the border right there.
Dang.
And so, and the population when I was there was like less than 1,500.
Wow.
It's one of those communities where everybody knew everybody, and like you can literally walk down the street and you're good. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, and it'll never change to this day. It's one of those small towns that'll never change. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so I've never been a big city guy. I've never been a big city guy. And then moving to, when I enlisted in the military, moving to California, it was just a big culture shock for me.
Yeah, totally different.
I hated the traffic. I was just so like overwhelmed sometimes, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the same thing with me too. Like, cause down here, it's a bunch of like smaller cities, like the valley is made up of a bunch of smaller cities. There's only a few cities that are like really big ones, like McAllen, Edinburgh, like the bigger cities, Wesco, and like mine's the smaller ones, like San Benito and Harlingen. They're all smaller ones. And so like whenever I moved out to like Florida, or like I went to Arizona one time, and it's like, man, totally different, like big ginormous cities, and I'm like, man, I can't drive here. Like there's a one way this way, and then this way you can't drive, but you can drive this way. And I was like, it's not for me. Take me back to the valley.
Take me back to the valley where there's one street, one main thing.
Take me back. Yep.
Yeah. So is that where you're staying now, or where are you at?
Yeah, right now I'm in the valley. I'm in Harlingen. Yeah.
Nice. Did you go to high school there?
Yes, I went to Harlingen North.
Nice. Did you play?
A few years.
Did you play any sports while in high school?
Nah, I tried track, but it's because I'm really tall. I'm really tall. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, try track or try basketball. Like like they were like, try those type of things, and nah, dude, it was not for me. I remember I showed up to basketball practice, and they were doing the workout. And I was like, man, when are we going to start shooting the ball? Like, let's start.
What's all this running for?
Yeah, let's start playing, man. Teach me some stuff. And they're like, we got to do all this exercise first. And I was like, no, I told my mom, I was like, you need to turn that uniform back in, because I ain't doing this. It's not for me.
Dang, you just wanted to get straight to business, huh?
Yeah, actually, I ended up joining band, and I think that's where I started like picking up with the music, like really showing interest in music, because it was either like my mom was like, either you do sports or you do music, or you do like, you got to do something, Wow. And I was like, okay, well, I just do music, because for me it was easier, I was like, I'm just gonna pick an instrument, just play it. Like,
what instrument did you pick up?
I picked the flute.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think I was gonna do that, but I was like, I really like it's pretty easy, And so that's where it all started.
Man, I couldn't play the flute if God gave me the freaking gift. All right, I'd break that thing so hard. I'd start trying to play the drums with it, probably.
I wanted the violin. Like I wanted strings, like, because I'm really into like the guitars, violin type of music. Like when I listen to classic music, I listen to a lot of like violin and like,
I love
classic. Like I like the strings. They're really soothing, you know what I mean? But then at the same time, they can be soothing, or it can be like dramatic, or it can be like, like it's a lot of different things. So like whenever I originally went into music, I was like, I want to do the violin and this and that.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting the flute, and I came home with a flute. My mom's like, I thought you were getting a violin. I was like, I don't know.
What made you want to choose a flute?
Well, my friend at the time, she was playing the oboe or oboe, the little, the small one, right? Like the small version of a clarinet or something like that. And I remember telling her, I was like, that looks really complicated. I was like, I think I'm just gonna go with the flute, man, because I see all these other instruments with like all this complicated stuff. For me, the flute looked easy, so I was like, just give me the flute, man. That girl chose the flute. I'm gonna take the flute too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So rolling into that, that's where you kind of got that drive to kind of get into music.
Yeah, that's when I started noticing it was a lot of music stuff starting to like interest me. I started there with playing the instrument, and then I soon moved on to, that was in middle school. And then when I moved on to high school, I ended up doing like choir and stuff like that. Like I was more into like the choir part now instead of like the instrument,
Okay, so you're more into the vocal type.
Yeah, that's when I started going into the vocal part of it, like starting to show interest in actually singing some type of music,
So you started kind of acknowledging the what is it called, the sheet music kind of reading the music and then kind of applying the vocal aspect of it. So that's actually it's actually really appropriate as far as
and it's actually crazy because I didn't even notice that I was doing that type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like an evolution type of thing. Like, I was slowly evolving into the music, but I didn't even realize it at the time. And it's like, I don't know, it just happened, and I'm doing it.
Nice.
I like doing it, you know.
So when did you realize that you wanted to be a rapper?
Actually, I was at my best friend's house, and they were like, my best friend's brother had like his own little group and stuff like that. They were recording on like a computer with a mic set up, like basic setup, you know. Yeah. And her brother was really into music, and I remember we were sitting in the living room. We had just gotten to her house, and we just gotten into the living room, and they were all making a song, right? But they were kind of like freestyling it, type of thing. And I remember I said, why don't you say this, you know? Why don't you say this instead of that? Or why don't you fix this and say this instead? You know, it flows smoother. Right. And then I remember he turned around and he's like, well, how about you write your own song? He's like, and then you can make those changes. And I was like, all right. I was like, well, I'll do that then. So then the next day I went to school, and as I was in school, I didn't even pay attention to none of my classes. Honestly, I just went to be counted present. You know what I'm saying? Like that day, my mind was somewhere else. And I wrote a whole song. I wrote a hook first, and then I wrote the first verse, then I wrote the second verse. Wow. And I realized, like, it's weird because I was breaking down the song or the instrumental, right? I was breaking it down without even knowing how to break it down. You know what I mean? Like where the hook fit and all that stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, it just came naturally for me to learn how to like break down a song and create something out of it, you know? Yeah. So whenever I took it to him after school, I got off at her bus stop, you know, and I went straight to her house, and I was like, hey man, you said to write my own song. I wrote you one, and I put it on the desk. Yeah. And he's like, what? You didn't write that? I was like, I wrote it. I swear to God. I went to school this morning, started it, and I wrote it. And I was like, so let's record it. And he recorded me, and ever since then, I just started recording with them, making music with them, going to smaller shows, like, you know, like small things like that. Nothing big at the time, you know, just something to get my feet wet and like really get a taste of what it would be like. You know what I mean? If I was to actually put something seriously out there. Yeah. So what grade were you in at this time? Well, I was in 9th grade. I was a freshman when I started all this. Early, huh? Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. So that all of that just kind of came natural to you then, huh? Mm-hmm. Actually, it was a bunch of bad words at first. I'm not even gonna lie. It was more like a bunch of bad words at first, because for me it was easier to rhyme the rhyming first. You know, that was like my first step, the rhyming part, and then like it slowly like started changing. I know there was like less bad words, more metaphors, more like wordplay, more stuff like that. Right. So I feel like in the beginning, it was a little bit like. It was like you put that one song for your friends and you're like, does it sound good? Yeah. And they're just going to be like, yeah, you know, like I feel like we all have those songs at first, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think like that's where I was at that point when I was a freshman. And I think, you know, beginning that you're kind of testing the waters, you know, you got to see how you sound. You got to see how things work. You got to see how you flow first. Mm-hmm. And then you put that content, you put the intrinsic feelings of yourself into it, you know? Yeah. And I think right now, I think that's what you're doing, because y'all sent me some of those tracks, and man, you're hitting it pretty good. You sent me the Ayo Joey one. That one's pretty deep. Yeah, I wrote that one for my brother actually. He wanted to be a rapper too. Me and him were actually supposed to like kind of tap into the rap scene at the same time, you know. We were planning to come back with it's because like when I started the music, I kind of stepped away from it, because I like back then I didn't know how, like I still needed to find my voice. I needed to evolve, like, you know, and like at that time I wasn't really taking it seriously, you know. I just like I really liked writing because I know that I can write some good stuff, you know what I mean? But I stepped away from it, and whenever I reconnected with my brother, because we hadn't seen each other since we were little, and he came back into my life, that's how we reconnected and bonded, was through music. Like, you know, he's like, I didn't know you make music. I was like, yeah, I write a lot. And he's like, man, I write too. He's like, I got folders full of music. And so like we took it from there, you know what I'm saying? And like we're supposed to come back, step back into the rap scene together, like officially, like professionally, like we were already gonna like, we planned it all out to do like professional production, like everything, music videos, like we were gonna go all out, and we were gonna do a mixtape, right? Like drop a mixtape, me and him.
Yeah.
And but it never got to happen, of course, right? So like for me, it was kind of like when he passed away, I had like a lot that I didn't get to say, you know what I mean? And I was like, I really wish that I could write something like a letter, a way of me talking to him, you know what I mean? Like this is like my final, like my closure, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it took me a long time to write it, you know, since he passed away. I started writing it, and then like it barely, I'm not even gonna lie, I barely recorded it when I dropped the EP, you know, like that same week we dropped the EP, and recorded the song, but it was really hard. I'm not even gonna lie, at first to record it.
I'm sure it is.
But I wanted people to feel my emotion in the song, because it's real stuff that happens like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people we lose people every day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a game. And so I wanted people to really feel my emotion in that song. You know what I mean? And then I wanted to make sure that was going to be something that he will be proud of if he heard it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm really sorry that happened. And my heart goes out to you and your family for that. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. And I know he's probably so proud of you for what you're doing. And I know that only gives you that motivation to keep going even harder.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And we named it, I named it Ayo Joey because that was like his rap name. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's like, how'd you get your rap name, you know? Yeah. And I was like, it took a long time, actually. I was like, it started simple, and then I started adding and taking away from the name, like, you know? Mm-hmm. I was like, well, what do you like to do? Like, you know, because he's like, I don't have one. And I was like, well, what do you like to do? Like, is there something that you say a lot, like a certain line or, you know, something? And he's like, I was like, I noticed that when you rap, you like to say like, hey, yo, like, you know, hey, yo, coming up at 956, like always, like, hey, yo, like he demanded that attention for people to look like, hey, yo, like, you know, you're going to look at me, like, you know? Yeah. So I was like, hey, yo, Joey, like, you know, like, that's your name. That's your rap name. Like, hey, yo, Joey, like, you know? Yeah. And he's like, he's like, I like that. I was like, yeah. So we left it like that. And that's what I named the track. You know, like, it's just a solid ass song with a solid ass title, like, you know? Definitely.
It's a total banger. I love it. I absolutely
love it. Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me. So what's next? What are you working on right now?
Well, right now I actually wanted to shift moods a little bit, shift the vibes a little bit. I know, like, I make a lot of trap music. I make a lot of like some real trap music. You know, like that's my specialty, you know? So I wanted to do something different, and I decided to tap into like the love side of the music, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
More of like Fora vibes and like just different music, you know, like tap into the R&B type rap mixing, like, you know how like in the 90s they used to do like rap and R&B together, and it sounded good. Like, you know, that's what I'm tapping into now. Nice. Like that's currently where we're at.
So you're collabing with a lot of local artists or anywhere?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. Right now I'm working on a new EP with Bala B. She just released her own album, her first album, called Self-Mode, and it's a really good album. Like I featured Sucker on there with her. Like I let her feature the song on the album because it's a really good banger. Like me and her are able to collab really smooth. She has more like of a 90s R&B, like Ashanti vibe, like, you know, like that type of music. Yeah. And I'm also collabing like with, of course, people from my team, right? Like Ari Luna, Glow, Güero, like, you know, I'm collabing with a lot of good artists other than my team too. So it's just like a lot of, I'm excited. Like, I just want to drop them sometimes, you know? I'm just like, I want to just throw it out there because, like, for real, for me, it's like, I want to make music with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has a different flavor that they bring to the table. Like Desi G, she brings a lot of different, like, flow styles, and like, Hennessy, she's like more of a gore rapper, like a gore queen, like trap, like, you know? Really? And so like me collabing with her too, that brings a whole different vibe. Like I I like vibing with everybody on different levels. They all have a different flavor. And I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
once I connect with everybody else, like, man, one person's going to step through the door, you know, like one person's going to get their foot through the door. Everybody's connected. Everybody else is what follows. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing. See, I love music. I love all music. I love trap music. I love rock music. I love classical music. I love when I see collaborations of different genres of music. And this is what I told Lyrical. Like, I love when I see, let's say, early 2000s, I saw a lot of collaborations between rock and rap at one point. Like, do you remember that one point where Linkin Park did a thing with Jay-Z?
Yes.
That was a banger at one point. Like, everybody was just like, what is Jay-Z doing a song with Linkin Park? Like, I that was unheard of at the time. But when you heard it, it was like, what the hell? I can definitely vibe with this. How can you have a rapper, you know, hit bars and with a freaking metal guitar, you know, and it flows so good, you know?
Yep. Or like when they like when Nelly and Tim McGraw.
Oh yeah,
Tim
exactly.
McGraw?
Yeah, Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
And it flows so good, you know?
Yeah.
This was that dun, 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 dun,
yes.
Yeah.
And like that's exciting. Like that's like what's exciting about music for me is like it's so universal and it's like numbers never end and you can do so many, there's like so many possibilities. It's the same thing with music. It's a universal language and it's like you can do whatever with it. You can make a beat of rap with country, like what you said, like you could do anything with music. There's so many possibilities, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and I don't like when people put music in a box or when people just don't like only like rap and they don't like other kinds of music, because you can't consider yourself an artist and not like other genres of music, because you have to appreciate other types of music as well. You know, you have to appreciate the other arts as well. You know, you consider yourself another artist if you, like Picasso loved modernism. He loved, you know, the other types of artists as well. You know, you can't put yourself in a box and consider yourself an artist, you know? Right. And that's what I love about people like you. You know, you acknowledge the other artists. You acknowledge the other types of music. And that's what makes these people great.
Yeah, and then they're pretty down-to-earth people, man. Like, and when I see a lot of them at the shows, you know, and I love it because like me collaborating with them is like, I don't always have to go to the show and just do my music. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't all have to be me. Like, they'll tell me like, hey man, can you do a piece on my set? Can you do this song on my set? And shoot, heck yeah, you know, can you do one on my set? Like, and so we'll like be throwing out different types of music. It's not always all the same, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like, when I see them at the shows, they're the same people that are rapping. Like, it's crazy. There's a lot of people that are like making music and they don't fit the bill. And what I mean by that is like, they're not the same person you think they are in the music. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, and these people are all the same people that are behind that mic are the same people you get in person. And that's what I really, really love about the Valley making music right now is like, everybody coming out of here is so authentic. You know what I mean? Yep. And like everybody writes their music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every person that I met that's an artist that I've collabed with, like I literally be in the studio the same day with them. Like we don't even like pre-prep or nothing. Like we're just walking in on some vibes, like we're gonna just make something from scratch and fresh, you know? Yeah. And they write it in front of me and we'll be writing together. And it's like, it's pretty chill, man. Like, I don't know, like, especially when you vibe with that other artist, like, you can just collab so easy with them. Yeah. And it's crazy, man. I like that everybody writes their stuff, you know, to keep everything original. Exactly. It's that connection that you build. It doesn't matter who it is, you know? Yeah. And that's the thing about music. It doesn't, like when you're up there with somebody and you're just vibing, or these people at your shows, like it doesn't matter what their beliefs are. It doesn't matter what their political back is. Like they're there for you. They're there to hear your music. They're there to vibe with you. It's a beautiful thing. I believe that music honestly brings people together. And I think that's what's going to save this country. Honestly, a lot of people don't believe that, but I honestly am a firm believer that music holds this power over people. It does. It's actually really therapeutic too. Like, you know, a lot of people that I know that do music too, they'll tell me that like, I can never stop doing music. You know, it's my therapy. Like, you know, it's my way of escaping from whatever problems I have going on, you know, and it's like, you could just throw that all onto music, you know, it's pretty dope.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So what are, let's see, what inspirations do you have in music? Like who do you listen to?
Oh man, I listen to everybody. But I listen to more like, for me it's more like I love Texas music. Like, of course, right? I'm from Texas, but I always, like, growing up, I always hung around my uncles. Like, my family was very family oriented, you know?
Right.
So, like, but my family also has a bunch of boys, you know what I mean? So every time we're, like, at parties or barbecues or something, like, you know, they were always jamming, like, Master P and, like,
nice.
You know, Pimp C and ESG, like all those old school people, you know, like all those old school music. And it's like, it kind of rubbed off on me now, like, you know what I mean? And so, like, I jam basically all of that. And plus, like, from the modern stuff will be more like, of course, like, I've started listening, like my favorite is like Juice WRLD, Trill Sammy, like, you know, like, cool. Like those type of vibes of music is the type that I like.
Are you a Paul Wall fan?
Oh yeah, man, Paul Wall.
He started it all from Texas, man. I remember him.
Everything Texas. But my favorite artist, hands down, you can ask anybody. If they know me, they're gonna know that it's Pimp C. Pimp C is my favorite artist.
Pimp C's
dope,
I
don't know what it is, man. Like, it's just the I don't know, like the freaking flow, man. You know what I mean?
The way
like,
he flows, yeah. The way he flows.
He knew, like, he knew he had that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Most
definitely.
Most definitely. So I have a question here.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a deep question, but not really. It's how do you think you've changed in the last 5 years?
As a person, as an artist,
let's say
just changed.
Yeah. Let's say as a person first.
Yeah, I changed a lot. Nowadays I'm very to myself because I mean, I got 4 kids, and I'm saying I work a lot to support them because I support them by myself. I mean, I have some help from my family, but more or less I'm the one that does everything around here. So I'm always busy, you know, like these days I'm really to myself. I focus on my music. I focus on my kids. I avoid dramas. I know back then, like I know nowadays, I know I still got a big mouth on me, you know what I mean? Because I speak the way I feel, you know, the way I see it. I'm not one to beat around the bush or sugarcoat. I feel like keeping things all the way 100 is the easiest thing, but people don't ever do it, you know what I mean? And so it's like back then, I used to have a big mouth and I would like just talk my shit, man. Like I would just
go off,
like, you know, and so like these days I feel like I'm more controlled, you know, like I've
kind of matured
a lot.
yourself, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I've matured.
How old are you
now,
by the way?
I'm 27.
27, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, I've matured a lot, learned how to just like keep my lips quiet and just keep to myself, and that's it. That's the way to do things right now.
And that's a lot teaching to your kids too, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
You got a lot to teach to your kids.
Yeah, and they see everything I do too, you know, with this music stuff, because they're always with me in the studio. Like, I actually recorded moves, and I think there's a piece in there, like you can hear my daughter in there, like, you know, like I actually was holding my daughter and I was making that song. Like, it was so hard, man. Like,
really?
But they see everything I do.
That's a mom move right there.
Yep, exactly. Definitely.
Is that what it's called? Mom moves? You just remove the mom part?
Nah, yeah, just remove the mom part. It's in there, but silent.
Parentheses, mom moves.
Mom moves.
Yeah.
Definitely, for real.
So how old are they? How old are the kids?
Well, I have a 10-year-old.
There she is right there.
He turns 10 in December, and then I got a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and my baby's gonna turn 2 in November. So I got 2 birthdays coming up in the holidays.
Oh, that's an expensive season for you, girl.
Tell me about it, man. I gotta be working extra hours and stuff, and I'm like, it's for the kids. It's for the kids.
See, that's when I'm like, hey, you either want a birthday gift or you want a Christmas gift. You freaking choose.
No, it's what it is they started early. My family's like, you gotta get 2. You get 2. Tell your mom not to be cheap. Tell her to get you 1.
Oh,
because my son was born on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
And so they're like, oh, he gets 2 because, you know, he was born on Christmas Eve and then Christmas. And So they kept it like that, like they started him early with the 2 presents thing, and now he's expecting
now
like
he's used to it now. Dang.
yeah, he's like, you better get me 2 presents, and he's like, I want this and I want this, and I'm like, man, you don't get to. I remember back then they used to tell us write down what you want on a paper, and then we get to choose for you. Instead, he's like, I give you 4 options, you get to choose out of those 4, and I'm like,
you know what? You should get that one gift, like take it apart, and then give him half the gift. And then give him the other half the next day.
He'll probably be like, "What? The Xbox with no controllers or something?"
Yeah, be like Jigsaw. Be like, I want to play a game.
Oh man, he'd probably be down to do it, man. My kids are weird. They're down for stuff like that.
Yeah, I've hidden every piece of the toy in every part of the house. It is up to you to find it and build it.
And I drew you a map, but I erased it in pieces. You got to figure out what goes in those pieces.
And every part of the map is in disappearing ink. And you have to appear with your blood.
But first, you got to find out the answer to the questions and open the box over there that has the ink magic thingamabobber in it.
And it'll only appear with your sister's blood.
For real, right? Doesn't even have a sister.
I know. Yeah. Find a sister somewhere.
Like what?
What?
This is a complicated puzzle, man.
Like damn, I don't even want it anymore.
For real, yeah, definitely.
That's cool. Damn. So the holidays are already almost here. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
This has been coming, man. That's been in. How was it for you during COVID? Were you still doing work?
Yeah, I was actually. I stayed working for a little bit. I backed out because I was scared, man. Honestly, like I thought about the kids. You know what I mean? Like, and then I'm like my family. Like I said, they're really family oriented. So like my grandmother, I thought about my grandma, my grandpa. Like like we all come in contact all the time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I work with a lot of people like every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I work at a fast food restaurant, so it's like I see hundreds of people a day. You know what I mean? And it's like as much as I try to be safe. You know what I mean? As much as I try to be safe for them, I take all the precautions to be safe, but it's like, you never know, man. Like, it just takes that one freaking germ, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just takes that one. And it scared me because a lot of my friends were passing away. Like, their kids were getting sick, like that's when all the kids were passing away. And it's really scary. Like, I even took my kids out of school, put them in homeschool. Like, like I went all out. I was like, hell no, like this is the end of the world probably. I was like, y'all need to.
You did the whole toilet paper freaking scavenging thing?
Yeah, man, for a long time. I was like, we don't got, and I was at work when this all happened. So I was like, man, we got no toilet paper at home, bro. I was like, and I literally have to leave from here and go to, like, cause there's a dollar store next to where I work, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I need to run over there, like seriously clock out, run over there and get some damn paper from there before they run out. By the time I went over there, bro, there was no paper. Like none.
Snap.
Not even the ones to clean your hands with. There was none of those. No, just like,
snap.
This is for real. I was like, it's getting pretty serious.
Yeah, when they did that lockdown thing, like at 10 p.m. or at 9 p.m. that one day, it was scary. It was scary. Like the whole streets was just done, and that's when you knew like this shit was just
something from a movie or something.
Exactly.
Man.
It was like one of those zombie movies,
and on the cool, I was at work. I was like, man, imagine I'm at work right now, and then like some crazy stuff happens, like where the government comes over here, like, and like, like where they start getting people. I was like, man, what if that starts to happen? Like, cause on the cool, that's how all the movies start. You know what I mean? And I was just like, that's not a coincidence that everything just happens like that. Like, I don't know. For me, that was kind of like,
Yeah. So did they make you stop working?
No, actually they just like took extra precautions, like with the shields and stuff, like how they'll put the shields in front, like so you can have like 6 feet distance and all that.
Okay.
And no, like we still went to work. We just closed the lobby and everything. Mostly it was more or less like we tried to avoid main contact within the store. Like it was all just through drive-through, like quick, like the quickest you can, like the least amount of contact, like
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Damn, that was nuts. That was nuts.
Yeah.
So has it been pretty I guess more lax now?
Yeah, kind of, but I also feel like the relaxed part is like it makes people less careful, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I still feel like a lot of places are not being as careful like the way they used to be. Right now it's kind of like we're going through the phase in COVID where it's getting really bad, but people are also kind of like, everybody's gonna get sick. Like, you know, everybody's gonna get sick eventually. Like,
Right.
like they stop caring so much. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, that's scary. For me, that's scary because I'm still as careful as I was before. But it's just like, I
Right.
see a lot of people that don't really take those precautions no more. And
So did you get vaccinated and all that?
yeah, I did. I got vaccinated. But
Nice. Okay.
my arm hurt.
Did it?
For a while. It did, man. It hurts on the pool.
That's crazy. So during COVID, did that give you a time to kind of focus on your music and kind of pinpoint what you needed to write and all that stuff?
Definitely, especially during the shutdown. You know how we couldn't go nowhere, and you just really had to, like, people were really emphasizing like staying at home and stuff. So yeah, like I would be at home and I would just be like, man, it's so boring. And there I go, writing a song. And then I'll go outside, write another song. Like, you know, it gives different vibes when you're at home for so long. And you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different subjects to write about. So it gives, you know, it gives you the time to really focus and write music all the way through. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is like, you have time to make it the best you can make it. You know what I mean?
Right. There's kind of like no excuse for you not to, you know,
Right.
work on your craft.
Right. Especially if you're an artist. Like if you're a real artist, I know a lot of artists are constantly writing, man. Like I even have this friend that she does all her things. Like she'll go about her normal day, but in her bag, she has like this little notebook. And she's like, and every time I got an idea or something, she's like, I just take my notebook out and I write in it. And I was like, hey, that's pretty smart, you know? And because I know there's times where I say something pretty legit and I'm like, man, I wish I would have remembered what I said, you know, because I didn't make a note of it. I didn't write it down, you know, it's just like, so yeah, like that's pretty smart, you know?
Yeah, that was kind of like my next question. When do you do your best writing?
I have my moments. I like to call them artist moments. Like I have my artist moments. What that means is like, say like, I don't know, say I'm just doing something random. Maybe I'm like doing something out there. Like, I don't know, I just think of a song or like, you know, or I hear a beat in my head, a certain type of beat. And like, the ones I really like to do a lot of are like when I'm just randomly surfing through like YouTube or surfing through a site or surfing through like a producer's beat page or something. And I just catch the vibe to a song. And once I catch it, my hook is what's really important in all my songs because my hook is what's gonna make the song. You know, it's gonna be the subject. It's gonna be everything, you know? So usually that's how it starts. I usually start with my hooks. And then from there, it kind of takes off. Like once I like the beat, I start the hook. Once the hook is done, then I'll jump into the verse. Then once I do my verse, like the first verse, then I decide, once I'm done with my first verse, I decide if I want to do a second or if I'm going to do that as a feature or what I'm going to do next, like, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of have like a method of how you write your songs then.
Yeah, definitely.
Very cool. Yeah, a lot of artists have their kind of systematic ways of how they write their songs, and it's kind of cool to have your own method of how you do it, you know, because then you know, that's how you know how you're gonna write your next song and the next one. The next one. It's all dependent on how the beat goes and how the next flow is gonna go, you know.
Yeah, it's really random sometimes for me. Like I said, like I'll just be doing random stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I should, you know, like nobody's made a song about this before. Like, you know, maybe it's time to make a song like that. Or like I really like revamps. Like when people do revamps of old songs, like I don't know, for instance, say like me, I like Beastie Boys a lot. Like they're one of my favorite, like they're one of my favorite boom bap old school, like, you know.
Hell yeah.
And so for me, like it would be exciting to see somebody revamp some type of like a Paul Revere remake or something. Like I love stuff like that, seeing stuff like that when they bring back the old school and mix it with the modern, like, you know. Right. Yeah.
Some of that. Hell yeah, Beastie Boys is lit. I love them.
Yeah. I actually like started doing rap mostly too because of them. I was like, man, if some white boys like that could get, you know, famous doing some music like that and made the music videos. Like I don't know why I like Intergalactic, right? Is it Intergalactic?
Oh, yeah, Intergalactic.
I don't know yeah. I love the video, man. I was like,
that video's so, like, fucking cool, right?
It's so
unique,
old school vintage, but like it works, man. Like
that robot's doing work out there, right?
Yeah, man. That's like my favorite song. I don't know why. I'm just like, I fuck with that song heavy. Like it's so good, like, you know.
Yeah,
very original.
They're from the East Coast, though, man. If you can make it out there, that rap scene is lit though.
Yeah.
If you can make it out there, you can make it anywhere.
Pretty much.
So, being a female artist, being a female hip hop artist, I know you're gonna face a lot of hate, a lot of back talk, a lot of backdrop. Do you experience that now?
Sometimes, but I don't really let it get the best of me. I think if anything, like, it motivates me more. It motivates me to do more and to prove wrong, because I've actually like made friends with artists before that didn't believe in me, and they tell me now, like, you know what, Goldi, like, at first I didn't believe in you, but you made me believe in you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you earned my respect. Like, at first I didn't, like, they'll tell me, at first I didn't like you because you were so loud and you were so like, but because like I said, like, I'm a very cool person, like, I'm open, I like to vibe with people. Like, you have to vibe in order to succeed in this type of business, you know what I mean? And like, he's like, I didn't like the way you were, like, at first, like, you were so cocky. And I was like, I wasn't cocky. It's just I recognize myself as an artist and I know what I bring to the table, Yeah. I was like, so I'm very confident in myself. And he tells me, man, you proved me wrong on so many levels. Like, I have so much respect for you. Like, like, it was on that type of shit.
Oh my God, what happened? You there? What the heck?
Did you cut off again?
Okay, so yeah. So you don't let them haters get to you, huh?
Nah, man. Honestly, it just motivates me more, and it makes me want to prove wrong, Obviously, like, I know my music's not gonna slap for everybody. Some people it will, some people it won't, you know what I mean? But that also makes me like more motivated to step out and try different things with the music, you know what I mean? Appeal to different audiences and connect with different people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And and the way you're moving now, and I think you're on your way. Just I encourage you not to stop. Don't quit. Just keep that motivation, keep that inspiration, know where you're coming from, and just keep that drive, keep that fire that you have. Don't lose it. No matter what you do, don't lose it.
Definitely.
All right.
I'm trying, man. I'm gonna get somewhere. I definitely feel like I'm meant to be somewhere. I know that a lot of people say, like, a lot of people are doing music and a lot of people do it for fun, but like, I do it like for real. Like, I do it with passion, like, I definitely want to be somebody. I eventually want to go mainstream. Like, I don't just want to stop like underground or like, just, I want to like exceed. Like, once I reach that goal, go to the next one and the next one and the next one, until I don't have no more goals, or until I finally reach the point where I'm like, okay, like, I'll step a little bit back. But I don't even see that happening because I love making music, you know what I mean? So it's probably like, I don't know where I'll end up, but I definitely know that I am meant to be somewhere with the music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? I can't wait to see you up there. And when you do make it to the top, hey, I can say that I had you on the After-Thot show with your boy Moose. With your boy Moose, and you'd be like, yep, I was on there. Or you can either say, no, I wasn't on there. That's not me.
I'll be like, what? Nah, that's not me. Who's that?
Yeah. Take it off now. Well, Goldi, it was awesome to have you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on. I appreciate you so much.
Definitely. It was a pleasure, man. I definitely appreciate you having me on here, having my team on here. It's amazing, and it's definitely, something to look forward to in the future as well. I'm sure I'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to have you on again, and I can't wait to see you out there. Hopefully I can make it out to one of your shows, and if you ever make it out to Arizona, Tucson, Phoenix, anywhere, I'm there. All right, my team is there. We're gonna be out there, we're repping you. I want to see you're gonna see me out there, probably flashing you, be like, yo, Goldi.
Definitely.
I'm gonna be out there. You're gonna see your boy Moose out there. You're gonna see me out there. You'll be like, oh, that's Moose out there.
Hey, that's my G.
Yeah, I'm gonna be crowd surfing. I'm gonna be that thick boy crowd surfing.
For real.
Yep.
Thick boy's winning, my G, and it's thick boy season right now.
Yeah, it's thick boy season. Thick boy season, yes it is.
It is.
Yeah, hell yeah. So on behalf of the After-Thot show, Goldi, I really thank you. I appreciate you. And I hope you have an awesome night. And I can't wait to see where you're going, okay?
Thank you, man. Likewise. Much love, man.
Much love. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was my girl, Goldi, the queen. Man, that was an awesome interview. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. If you haven't heard her, hit up her YouTube channel, hit up her Instagram. She is absolutely fire. I heard some of her tracks and oh my God, they hit me deep. They hit me deep. Okay. She is absolutely awesome. Her tracks are awesome. And I can't wait to see where she goes. I'm going to be following her just like my stalkers follow me. Anyways, hope you guys follow me too. Not as much as my stalkers, but maybe just as much as my stalkers. But if not, I hope you guys smash that subscribe button. I hope you guys smash that like button and the share button. Maybe, you know, take that little share button for a little walk in the dark alley there, you know, in the dark little alley there, and kind of creepily. But definitely likely hit that subscribe button and like everything from the YouTube channel to the IG to the Facebook, and let's make all this happen, baby. All right. I love all you guys, and I know you love me. I know you love your boy Moose, and big things are happening. All right. Next week I got my boy Southwest Gunna on the show. Man, you guys gotta see it to believe it. How smart this guy is on the trigger. How fast this guy is on the trigger. He's gonna show you something. He's gonna show you a lot. All right. He's one of my goons. And it's gonna be fun. All right. It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a great show. This weekend I'm gonna be doing a little tour. This episode's probably going to be airing after the fact, so I'll be saying this weekend I did a shirt/sticker tour at Head East, Head West, and Galaxy Smoke Shop, giving away shirts, stickers, and that's it. At all these smoke shops, you know, giving away merch, promoting the smoke shops, promoting the show. It's freaking awesome, and big things are happening, babies. Big things are happening. All right. So stay tuned. Stay in touch. We're still looking for people to join the team. So DM me, because I'm a lot of man. I'm a thick baby. Okay. I'm a thick baby. I'm one of those babies that come out 12 pounds, fucking 8 ounces. All right. The ones that you got to pry out with the jaws of life. Okay. And I don't even come out crying. I'm one of those babies that come out that don't even come out crying. Okay. I don't even come out crying. I'll come out laughing. Okay. The doctors come out crying. The doctors come out crying after they freaking pry me out on my mommy. Okay. I come out laughing. I come out laughing because of the effort y'all pried me out. Lexi's over here. Just freaking stop. Just stop. Anyways, October 22nd is your boy's birthday party. If you want to get on the VIP list, DM us. There's only limited spots available on the VIP spots, so DM me. It's gonna be somewhere, so DM me for the info to get on the table. It's gonna be bottle service. There's gonna be costume contest. Obviously, it's gonna be a Halloween theme, so bring your best Halloween costume and bring your awesome makeup. Bring your awesome costume. It's gonna be litty. So be ready. All right. Be ready for it. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be 27 years old. So be ready for it. Okay. Be ready for it. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be there. Lexi's going to be there. The whole crew's going to be there, which is just us for now. And it could be you if you want to join the crew. So be ready. Okay. Be ready. Get on the list. And because there's limited spots, like I told you. And it's going to be it's going to be a reserved VIP spot. There's going to be bottle service, like I said. And it's just going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. So hit us up on IG, Facebook, Twitter, like, subscribe, share, and let's get lit. I'm your boy Moose at the After-Thot Show. I'm out.
Yeah. Goldi, hey, yeah. I'm making my moves, I know that they watching me, Making my moves, I know that they watching me. Peep how I move, now look how they copy me. After the bag and ain't nobody stopping me. Block me on Facebook, on Twitter, they follow me. You count your haters, I'm counting my money. Put that on my mom, they ain't taking it from me. You count your haters, I'm counting my money. Put that on my mom, they ain't taking it from me. Making my moves, I know that they watching me. Peep how I move, now look how they copy me. After the bag and ain't nobody stopping me. Block me on Facebook, on Twitter, they follow me. You count your haters, I'm counting my money. Put that on my mom, they ain't taking it from me. You count your haters, I'm counting my money. Put that on my mom, they ain't taking it from me. Monkey see, monkey do. They copy my lyrics, I might have to sue. See me on top and they started to hating. I keep it too real to be dealing with fakes. Somebody help them, they need them a leader. I stand by myself cause I got me my reasons. And I'm staying focused, they don't wanna test me. If they tryna rob me, they know where that led me. Straight out the hood, yes I'm armed and I'm deadly. They don't want no problems, this here can get messy. Say they're the best and ain't no one impressed me. So coming down, bitch, I'm coming up. I'm burning bridges, I'm lighting them up. Shout out to Jay, her, he knowing what's up. Bully gang shit, all these bitches is much. I'm a big dog, little bitch, you a run.